let us turn now to Rwanda. Earlier, when we spoke, you mentioned about your country's involvement in 1994 Rwanda genocide. You also spoke of arms shipment to the killing fields in Africa by the government of France, claiming to have the knowledge on how it was orchestrated. Can you elaborate this? Because this is one of the reasons you say causes the French intelligence to bay for your blood.
This is the worst things I never had in my life. Okay? So I just invite you to go on Google. You go on Google, you say French genocide made in France .fr. Genocide made in France .fr. And then you look. Some people have been working on that before me. A lot. And there is a very great testimony about the victim of the Tutsi victim of the war of the genocide in Rwanda. But they ask witnesses. They know who participate, how they participate. But what they didn't know, that 10 boxes, 10 containers, 16,000 weapons have been stolen from the UN UNTAC forces in 1193. Just
November 1993.
Yes.
Before the genocide.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To send to Africa, and the munitions were sent to Rwanda. And then there is a book which has been written on that. And the editor of the book is still alive. He's been fighting for 10 years about writing this book. They bankrupt his editors. They destroyed his life. He was threatened to death. And I met this guy. And he gave me all this information. And I recovered the information to the one I have in Cambodia. And you know, this guy has a lot of witness with him. From both sides. UNTAC forces, then Djibouti forces. And we speak about Djibouti. I have nothing against Djibouti. It's a nice place. But I have something about wrong what my country did in Djibouti about this arm.
Mm-hmm.
If you collect the arm, 33 nations from UNTAC were supervising the peace in Cambodia at that time, under command Japanese and Australian. Okay?
Mm.
But our tricky French take the time to stole 16,000 weapons, 10 container boxes, for making a dirty work in Africa.
Mm.
And this one I cannot admit. Under UN supervision, under UN 33 countries, all over the world. And I went to knock to these countries to say, hey guys, you were in, why you let it do? And everybody keep quiet. But also the General Secretary at the UN was there, he's still alive, he's still in Egypt. So go and talk to him. This is his responsibility. Mm-hmm. The Japanese command is still alive. The Australian command is still alive. So go and talk to him and ask them what's happened. Mm-hmm. Because it looks like, I didn't see, I didn't hear, I don't want to speak. We are not that. We are responsible for our acts, especially United Nations. They have to care about that. This is a big robbery. It's a big thief. 16,000 weapons. AK-47, Chinese tube, rocket, munition, and all the accessories for that. And you know how the bill of lading was written? Toilet paper. Could you export toilet paper to run from Cambodia to Djibouti, and with a crane to take the box of toilet papers? What's that? Where is the problem? Please talk. Read the Mafia, La Mafia Française from the editor. Google on the net, you will see who wrote it, who was the editor. Everything is on the net. And the guy is saying all the true black and white.
Have you informed, because this is a very sensitive issue, have you informed the Norwegian authorities about this Rwandese thing?
Okay. I went to Central Police, they refused to take me 2 times. Then I went to see Kripos. And then I make a report, mostly sensitive like I do to you,
yes,
to Kripos. Then I take an interview with PST. Then I was admitted to the Central Police,
okay,
to take my claim. Because I must tell you, after arriving in Norway, right after I arrived, my computer has been hacked.
Okay.
Okay? They violate my privacy on the computer. They destroy evidence, crime folders inside my computers. All the files I wrote to the embassy were disappeared and erased into my computer. And they blocked my computer for 4 days. And I went to report to the police about these crimes.
Here in Norway.
Yeah, because it happened on Norway. And people seems very embarrassed to take this kind of complaint from myself. I have to go 3 times to the police before they decided to take my complaint. Then facing to that, I said I will not have any support from the police in this country. So I decided to write to the prime ministers, to the leaders of this country, and also I wrote black and white my testimony to the forces, Kripos and Central Police.
Yes.
They have all my files, all the crime documentation. They have it in hands since I arrived. Since I started to do that, my computer has been hacked.
I also noticed that you have contacted the members of parliament in Norway. What do you hope to achieve?
Okay, let's say information first. Information. People must know.
But has anybody of these leaders in Norway, shown any interest to have a meeting with you to discuss?
I don't think so.
To find solution?
Don't think so. Even when I went to see a lawyer, very difficult. Nobody wants to take my case in town. Yesterday I went to see a law firm, and I said, please help me. We are in a civilized country.
Yes.
Help me. I need a lawyer to protect myself. I need a lawyer to speak, to go to the legal way. And you know what I was told? You have to move, otherwise I call the police.
The lawyers
said that.
The lawyer's office chase you out.
Yes. And I say, oh, maybe I should stay, because then if they call the police, I will have a court case, and then I will have a lawyer by force. Impossible. Incredible, I would say. Incredible. And then I decided to write to the Ministry of Justice of Interior, either. Then I wrote to the Prime Minister and all the leaders.
The Norwegian Prime Minister.
Norwegian Prime Minister and the leaders of Parliament, starting to give them information and reports about what happened to me and my evidence. They have everything in Kripos. Criminal case,
yes.
Everything in this chair. And I can share much more until the people don't play ping pong with me. Because this is not me, this is the other one. Tuk, tuk, tuk. And where is the responsibility? Nowhere.
Something about Mali.
This is a very sad story too. Okay.
Because your country is also involved in Mali.
Okay. Let's say I realized the $50 million they asked me to hand over for I thought it was for a financial crime problem. Was not. It was to support the French military action in Mali.
The money they asked you to contribute.
Yeah, they didn't say. They were so violent and they were so touchy, you know, scary about that, and they were so suspicious about me, because you know, I'm holding the cash. I'm holding the company as a secretary general. I'm responsible for legal. I'm responsible for administration. I'm responsible for the money and for the legal part of the company. How could I let 50 million somebody take in my company?
Are we talking about 15 or 50?
50.
50 million.
$50 million.
They wanted you to hand over,
yeah.
And you now realize it was to finance.
I realized later.
To finance Mali.
Yes, I realized later, and you can look to the news. The American paid this exactly a month later on, early in February 2013.
Yes.
This is a month.
But if you think this is the case, Mr. Laurent, that you are revealing this, that this was a plan by your government, by the military, do you find it strange that if it is true that the French intelligence are interested to talk to you?
This is why I wanted talk and justify to attorney or substitute of a procureur. I say I'm ready to go to speak any substitute, and they have no more than willingness but to put me in a psychiatric hospital, to poison me, or to send me in jail. They just make a trick. 1 week before I went with the Ministry of Justice in Cambodia, and to put me in jail. I was informed by my lawyer. They make a special payment for the election in Cambodia, over $1 million, and then the compensation, put this guy in jail, keeping quiet.
Okay.
And I could have been in jail for defamation when I said the truth to Cambodia Daily, just the truth, only the truth, and they have planned to put me in jail for defamation for many years in Cambodia, between 3 and 4 years. And then when you are in jail, everything could happen. You can die at any time for poison, everything could happen. And this is why I escaped and run away from Cambodia. not because I have enemies from Cambodian friends, because they have been protecting me during 8 months.
Do you have any criminal case in Cambodia?
Yes, I opened one against my company.
I mean, do you have a criminal case
No.
against you?
Okay, they just said defamation. If you look to the Cambodia Daily article from April, they say this is a criminal case.
Yeah.
Because I spoke to a journalist. In any civilized country, when you spoke to journalists, you don't go to the court.
So do you think then, because if you have a case, a criminal case against you in Cambodia, do you think they might look for you through Interpol?
Oh, welcome. Welcome Interpol. I want to speak to Interpol. Welcome Europol. No problem. I don't fear to the police until this is true police. Okay? If there is connection between states with the police or underground connection, I don't say welcome. But if you are true police, seeking for justice, seeking for rights, and what? I'm nothing to fear. I am open book and already share a lot of my information with the international police all around the world.
Being a French citizen, you don't need asylum in Norway.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So why?
Because, okay, let's say.
What do you really want? Because you know you are a holder of European Union passport. You can be in Norway without having to apply for asylum.
When you come in a country, you say, okay, you cannot run away all through life like this. After people who want to search you or eliminate you, I'm not a runaway. I just need to set up my life, to put down my cases and find a new job. I lost my job without any revenues and any financial support for the last 9 months. So, what you have to do, I cannot go like this, because one day my saving will go short and I will have nothing. I will stay in the street, homeless. Okay, this is not what I want, because I'm educated. I'm education. I have a good qualification, many skills. So what I want, find a peaceful country where there's less corruption as possible, and then go back for my normal life.
In these 2 weeks you have been in Norway now, have you taken time to contact the French embassy?
No. Let's say French away for me. I'm a little bit vaccinated about the French embassy, let's say, okay? I'm allergic now to the French diplomat and the French government, because I can tell you something. I've been writing to everyone. Embassy, ambassador, consul, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Economy, Minister of Defense, Minister of Interior, Prime Minister and President. Nobody answers me. On one time, I had a letter from the President. One letter I have. He said, thank you very much to support me. And then close up the mouth. And then I guess if I go back to France, they put my case secret defense and they would put me in jail. They would put me in jail. You know why? To protect their bad tricks. And this one I cannot accept. And I will never go back to my country until the country is managed it like this. I cannot accept.
Before we wind up, we got some of the emails you have sent out to European Union President and many other people like Ban Ki-moon, the United Nations Secretary General. Are you getting any response, or do you think these people now begin to think, because when you send so many letters, do you think they might consider you crazy?
No, do I look crazy? Okay, I'm not like this. I'm not crazy. I'm very stable person. I'm a attorney in law. I like justice. I like right, and I like the truth. I love the truth, I would say.
No, I asked that question simply because you yourself said they wanted to put you into a mental hospital.
I can't say. The French want to put me in the mental hospital.
Yes.
But international police have been talking, and intelligence have been talking.
Yes.
They take my case very seriously. Even the European Parliament take my case really seriously. And these people start answer me very light answers, and they say, look to the European Commission, what they have planned, what is their agenda for September and October 2030. And I guess they will call me because I want to speak to European nations about what's happened and what my country has been doing against human rights, against integrity, and against whatever is not justice.
But now, when you have been interviewed like this, you know you are coming out public. Your story will be known. Are you scared?
No, I'm an open book. Ask me, I will tell you. You want to meet me? Come and I will tell you. Why should I hide? I'm not a thief, I'm not a terrorist, I'm not a criminal. I'm just a witness of bad things. I'm a citizen, and I will take my responsibility and integrity to speak the truth. Only the truth and just the truth. That's it. No more.
8 months. Now 9 months.
Nearly 9 months.
9 months away from Cambodia and now in Norway, away from your family.
Oh, more than my family.
How does it feel?
Lonely, but better be alone than to expose your family to something which is not proper.
And you think they are safe,
Let's say.
your family?
They're in Europe, so let's say if they're safe. If they do something wrong to them, I can accuse them because I know who's doing it. I can point out, this is you, because I don't speak name on the broad, on this interview. But my name already to the lawyers.
Because I asked this question about the family, because I saw in one of the documents, or rather the interviews in Cambodian daily newspaper, that your wife was worried.
Of course he was worried. Once you have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs calling her just before Christmas, because I was supposed to spend my Christmas with my family, and they're just calling them before Christmas, your husband is silly sick, you have to make a sanitary evacuation, please sign the paper on his behalf. And I'm perfectly correct, and I have no psychiatric disorder, I'm very well balanced, but I speak the truth, who is disturbing the kind of people, mafia people.
Do you have contact with them now when you are on the run?
Yes, of course.
With your family?
I phone, I call them, I have my dad, my family, we Skype, we keep in touch, but I don't want to go to my country. I don't feel safe to go to my country. I'm sorry. I love France. But I don't like the French behavior government they do now. Because this is trick. They lie to the people. How could you accept a government will take $50 million in a private company to finance is a war operation? I cannot. I'm responsible for this money. I will never, if I want to do war, get the money from not my company and not especially for my petty cash. I will never accept that.
And we are talking about the recent war in Mali.
Of course, several operations in Mali.
Mr. Philippe Laurent, French citizen, on the run from the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency and the French Intelligence Agency, thank you for the interview today.
Thanks. Thank you very much.